I opened the newspaper and it literally says the word unhinged, and I was like, okay.
From the government.
From the government. So if the newspaper, the local newspaper is saying the word unhinged, like we've lost the plot and we're not interested.
We're not interested.
Welcome back to the podcast. Back, everybody.
Welcome, friends.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. Club Unhinged is gone.
We put her in the ground.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Throw on your helmets, guys, because you're going to need them. Get your helmets on, buckle up. It's like designing a life that you're obsessed with. You are that fucking it factor.
Don't be a fucking Scrooge. You gotta remember who you are.
Show up. Show up differently.
We're off to the fucking races, bitches.
Fire. You know me. Fire. Everything is fire.
It's the fire horse.
We're back.
We're back.
And it's different.
We have news.
We have news. As you may have recognized, the name of the podcast has officially changed.
It's changed. It's gone. Club Unhinged is gone.
Club Unhinged. We put her in the ground.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Let us tell you why as well. So
yeah.
We've now had this brand for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've changed so much since we joined forces, individually and the business and as a collective. And I really do think that brands and energies need to shift. Mm-hmm. And we could just kind of feel it, I think, dying off, the iteration. And we've had so many iteration changes, and we've had to roll with different things. But we were just feeling this new vibe coming on. We were like, this needs a spruce up. And also, fun fact, I live in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I was at a coffee shop the other day, and I opened the newspaper and it literally says the word unhinged, and I was like, okay.
From the government.
From the government. So if the newspaper, the local newspaper is saying the word unhinged, like we've lost the plot and we're
not interested anymore.
We're not interested. And we've also been noticing this, like we kind of are always like 2 years ahead. Like I find like even when we first founded Club Unhinged, the word was not in use anywhere.
No.
Anywhere. And so it was really fun. It was new. It was different. It was spicy. Fresh. And in the last 2 years, we've obviously seen a massive uprise of the word, which is lovely and great. And we want to keep the vibe fresh. And we were also just feeling like being unhinged, which is really just being free.
Yes. And
in your full, most authentic expression, your sexy as fuck expression. That was getting misused, and that's still the basis of like the work we do, is becoming very free and full self-expression, and we still love it, and it's still obviously it's not going anywhere. It's our method essentially to the madness. But we're like, what is the outcome? Because we've now seen the club for over 2 years. We've watched women fucking blow our damn minds with their transformations, and we're like, what is the actual outcome of being in club? Like, what's the outcome of being in Club Unhinged? And we're like, the women become hot as fuck. Like, hot as fuck. We've had women literally be chased down in airports.
Yep. From
men who are sitting beside them on a plane and like are like, I don't know what fucking juju you have going on, but like, I can't get enough of you. Chased down in gates. They like left and was like, I don't know what the fuck it is with you, and then literally chased them down. We've had women like getting paid when they don't even have offers. We have women completely reinventing their marriages and their dating life, and you become this magnetic as fuck woman where you have this frequency and people just don't understand. They're like, what is this? Like, what do you have? Can I buy it? Like, what are you
drinking?
I bottle it? What are you?
Can I like shower in it?
Can I spritz Roni it? Like, what is it? And so we were like, let's focus on that. Like, let's make this so fun, and let's really hold that frequency. So as women come into the club, that's what you're becoming. And we're, even for ourselves, we feel hot as fuck right now. Like, we are literally reverse aging on crack. And when we thought about what, like the other day, somebody's like, I thought you were like 30, 31. I was like, okay, that sounds nice. I got ID'd. Like, I got fucking ID'd in like in
3 days ago.
Like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm so excited. But like, it is reverse aging on crack. And then we were like, oh my God, rather than before it was like Club Unhinged where you become the woman who, or like it's like hot, rich, and thriving. We're like, no, this is even deeper. Now that we have more evidence and more data, we're like, come into the hottest frequency club, and this is where you become the woman everyone wants to date, pay, and fuck. Literally, though, like it's actually true. Like when you look at it, it's actually what happens.
Yeah.
And if you're in a marriage, dating could be dating in your relationship again. It could be your partner falling back in love with you falling back in love with yourself, right? It's like the ripple effect because you become so alive, so fucking expressed. You're so juicy in your expression. People just want to be around you. They don't even care. They're like, I don't even know what you're doing, but I want in. And we've watched that, and we can now confirm not only is it just you and I, it's actually the women in the club and the shit that is exploding in their lives and the results that they're getting, which I'm so excited to invite some of them up to the stage when we host our free event. Just little, gonna throw that there.
Well, it's not a free event anymore, but
oh right,
yeah, it's a choose your own adventure.
Oh yeah,
and
choose your
name
own
your
adventure.
price.
Name your price. Well, it fucking feels like you're getting a fucking steal. This should be like a $10,000 course that we're gonna be teaching. But this event that we're going to be doing is going to be insane. Like, we're going to bring them up on the stage. We want to highlight them and some of their stories because, like, our minds are getting blown. It's different if, like, the leaders are the ones just where it's like, yeah, you're popping off. But when you have all the women in the community having these insane breakthroughs, like, it is so mind-boggling. It's fucking mind-boggling. It blows my mind. I'm still, like, I still can't even handle the shit that's going on with those women. Like, my head's going to pop off.
And I feel like this kind of realization happened a few months ago where a few of them showed up to the call and like their hair is like wild and like there's this radiance and like the way that they're even holding themselves is differently. Like how like they're physically holding their body on the call or their posture on the call or just how they're showing up. You can see the life in their eyes has returned.
Yep.
And to me, it's like when we've had all these like experiences of life that kind of fracture and fuck us up a little bit, and then we start like calling those pieces back and we start integrating and we start really owning our magic and our mastery and our power and our erotic aliveness, it starts to translate naturally. It's not like we're giving them like a 10-step method and like, okay, this is how you turn it on. Like it's the process that we walk through of this integration and self-expression that is allowing them to find their natural set point. This spot where their soul is literally fully descended into their woman. And when your soul descends into your body and starts to live through you as you, there is a vitality and a vibrance that is unmatched. Like you cannot manufacture it. This is the cool thing. Like there's a lot of that in the world where people are manufacturing vitality or manufacturing aliveness by like all of this external stuff that they do either to their body or to their life. And when you do that, like you always hit an edge because it's not the truest expression from the inside out. And this is like the inside out where your system, your body is naturally reverse aging. It's naturally becoming more vital, naturally becoming more magnetic, naturally becoming more alive. And then, you know, they're not just like sitting on their fucking hands and being like, I hope and pray that I have this life that I'm obsessed with and it magically comes to me. Like these bitches are out making fucking moves. They're not here to play small.
Yeah.
They're not here to be passive and they expect that life is just going to be given to them. They're like, I'm here for this one life in this body and I'm making the most of it.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking action towards my dreams, my medicine, my magic, my talents, my gifts. I'm no longer okay just hiding them in the background for like 5 of my close friends to know that I do this thing. Like I'm ready to be seen in the world. I'm ready for the world to know who I am, what I'm about, what I do. And so they're making these big moves in their lives and in their careers that is also like feeding this momentum. And then the more positive feedback you get from putting yourself out there and having it go well, because you're doing it from a place of alignment and congruence and like the truth of who you are, all of a sudden it becomes this incredible wave of momentum. And when it kind of picks off everyone in the club and everyone's popping off, you're like, this is fucking amazing. Like, I actually do want to live in a world with women like this.
Yeah.
I want to live in a world where there's this magic and this artistry and service and contribution, and we're literally carving a whole new paradigm. And it's not talking about it and mentally masturbating it. It's actually living it. It's actually creating it into form. It's not this passive pursuit. And so we're like, we have to change it. We have to change the brand name. So it's like Club Hot as Fuck now. And we're really working on that hot as fuck frequency. And then, you know, the podcast now is the Hot as Fuck Hotline. And I am obsessed. Because, you know, Christine, I've always wanted a radio show. Like, ever since I listened to Sunday Night Sex with Sue when I was, you know, in junior high. Like, I want a radio show where I can, like, talk about all the things that I want to talk about and, like, have people call in and, like, you know, you get to connect with people you never would have connected with.
Yep.
And we've now arrived there, and we'll be introducing a segment in the podcast going forward where there's going to be live. It's not quite a call-in, like you actually join the call with us, and then we take you on throughout the podcast, and we work with you, and we answer your questions, or like you send them in advance, like, and we get to actually work like on the ground with people who are listening to the podcast. Yeah. So it becomes more interactive, which is more. Like, you've been dying for it ever since we started
about this. Even when we first imagined the podcast, we actually had this idea. So it's hilarious that it's now come full circle to say
we're ready for it now.
Wait a minute. Yeah, and I feel as well those first few years in business, we had to figure out, we had to give it legs. We had to just go and explore and figure out what this was, and to feel it and to shift it, and we've done that so many different times. Mm-hmm. And they can really feel it's locked and loaded in this club Hot as Fuck, right? It is. It's like, if you want to join the club where you're fucking hot as fuck, and you're out there living your most like audacious, bold, triggering to other people, like, how the fuck did she rise so fast? What is happening? Why are men chasing her? And like, you want that too. That is where you lock and load the frequency, because your frequency attracts everything in your life. It's what you do and don't do. It's your behavior. It's the choices you make. It's what you invest in and don't invest in. It's how people pay you. Like, it's literally everything. It creates, your frequency creates everything in your life. This is manifestation, right? Really what we're teaching is a fucking manifestation course on crack. But it's not even just a manifestation course, because you actually come in and you don't just learn things. You experience. We get you out in the game. You're actually doing shit, so the calibration happens to the frequency, because we're not in the game of just being like, here's the information and go run with it. It's like, no, you come into the field and you are shifting. And I think that's why sometimes it can feel confronting in a good way, because you're not going to dick around. And when you come into you and I's field, I always say, I'm like, whenever people come and find me or come find us, they're ready. There's a readiness. It's like, my dear God, I've been manifesting you to kick my ass, to get me into shape, to actually fucking do the thing, rather than circling it and talking about it and pulling an oracle card to see whether it's the right fit or whatever the fuck it is. It's like, no, it's time to hit the ground running. And I think with this Hot as Fuck Hotline, it's going to be really fun, because I see this as, whether it's you and I, we're also just doing, as of right now, we're going to be doing twice a month drops that are going to be they're like heavy hitting. They're going to be potent as fuck. And every so often we might throw a bonus one in or whatever we want. But you're tapping into the hotline, which is, you and I are talking about our lives, the behind the scenes shit we're learning. You and I are both going on bigger stages. You have your music blowing up. Like, I have my stage, I'm going on lots of stages right now, and like, we have so many cool things happening. So it's like, when you come in, you might be triggered, activated, inspired, fucking whatever, but it's going to get your ass moving. And then when you call in, if you want to be a guest and you want that real life coaching, you want to, have us light a fire under your ass, you want that
injection,
you want that injection, you want the breakthrough, then you can apply to come, and we will bring you up on stage, right? You're going to get visibility. You're going to get a chance to ask your question. You're going to get essentially free coaching from us, where we charge thousands of dollars per hour to work one-on-one with us, right? So it's an insane opportunity for you to come into our field, to get that breakthrough. to be witnessed, to slay shame, to be like, I'm going to just fully fucking own this and my transformation. And I'm so excited to be interactive with our audience because, you know, people message us and they're like, oh my God, I love the podcast. And that's great. But it takes a whole nother person to say, yeah, I want to come on the stage and I'm willing to put my heart out on the table and I'm willing to get that transformation. You know, there's really no excuses why you can't. We're literally offering it for free, right? So if you're somebody who's like, you're a game player, you're like out there, you're bold, you're audacious, you're like, yeah, let's fucking go. And it could be you're writing about the club. You could be like, am I a good fit? We'll fucking coach you in reality. Maybe you are, maybe you're not, right? But like you probably are if you're willing to come on the hotline. Or if you're like have relationship stuff or business advice, you know, like the things that we talk about, the things we specialize in, we can help you have that crazy ass breakthrough. Right? But watch out when you come into the field, you're going to want to be in that. If you're already not in the fucking club, you're going to want to be in there. But we want to make this really playful. And so maybe for today, this is a permission slip for you that if you've been feeling a little bit bored or stale in your business, or you're feeling like you need an injection, then this is your permission slip. Like fucking do whatever you want. Go and inject fresh energy. It's like a relationship with a partner or, you know, a marriage or whatever it is. You need to keep it alive. It's your job to keep it alive, to keep it fresh, to have conversations, to shake shit up so that it can have a pulse. It can stay, you know,
vital,
live its course, right? And so we're super excited. We can't wait to be more interactive with you, our listeners, to have so much fun. And you know, just also reminder, like trigger warning, like we're not gonna like we're not coaches who coddle. We're not gonna be sitting there being like, yeah, it's okay. And we're also not gonna go and intentionally try to traumatize you. And both of our, you know, I always like laugh. I'm like, you and I have like the 1-2 punch because I can sometimes be a little more like hard hitting on some of the things, and then you have like Kelsey, so got the most like soothing, fucking immaculate yet boundaried and powerful like energy. Like I feel like the two of us combined, like it's such a rich unfolding.
So
I mean, you and I do tag team sessions for people or VIP days for people, and their breakthroughs are literally on crack. Like the shit that comes through in their life is off the rails. So like, I'm sorry, but you get a multi like 4 to 5 figure investment for free coming on the hotline. Like why would you not want to? So we're really excited to invite you on. We're going to figure out the best process of what that looks like to apply. So we'll absolutely keep you in the loop on how you can apply. If you're excited about that, you're feeling the little zing zing in your chest or your tummy right now, being like, oh my God, I know I'm fucking going on. You know, we're going to pick, we're going to have, I'm sure, lots of people writing in, and we're going to pick the ones that we think are, just intuitively going to help the most people, are really potent questions. And I mean, I get so much off of hearing other people getting coached. Like it literally blows my mind. Even today, we just finished our club monthly hot seat mentorship coaching call, and every woman who came on was like, oh my God, I feel like my question was just answered. And I saw so much in her share and her share and her share. And it's so cool to see that, because we can get so much like if we're willing to come up and be brave and bold and get that coaching, we have no idea how many people we're impacting. And some of our listeners might fall in love with you and be like, oh my God, I want to work with that person, or how do I connect with that person? That person just fucking changed my like blew my mind. And so like business can be generated. Like we're just creating this really cool ecosystem, and we want to bring you up on the stage if that feels fun for you, and we'll let you know how, obviously, very soon. But yeah, we're pumped.
We're pumped. And we also have a 3-day event, like Christine said earlier, that's coming up in the middle of April. So the 15th, 16th, 17th. And that is going to really be a nice introduction and activation of this energy. So if you really want to activate it in your body, like the woman who everyone wants to date, pay, and fuck, we are literally going into each one of those pillars inside of this event. And you can check out the information in the show notes and register yourself. And the reason that we are making it a choose your own investment is so that you're actually invested, because we see this a lot in the industry where people will sign up for shit, they don't show up, they don't participate, and what that does is it actually like starts to build this internal identity of, I'm not someone who commits or follows through, and I can't, and because I relate to myself that way, I don't get to have, and I can't have the things that I truly desire. And we are just not in service to that energy. We are in service to the women who actually are committed to creating their dreams, their vision into form, and they're willing to put their butts on the line. they're willing to invest in themselves and say, you know what, I'm worth showing up for these 3 days. Whether you do the replay or the live event, you're still showing up and you're participating fully. And so we're putting like a minimum amount on it, and then you choose and name your price. So you choose the price that you will show up for. Because if you're someone who's like, I'm not going to show up for $47, then you make it a price that you're actually going to show up for. So that you communicate to yourself just by that one action that you are actually committed to building and living a life that you're obsessed with. That you are actually really in this spot of wanting to activate and anchor that hot as fuck frequency. Like you want to reverse age, you want to be following your dreams, you want like opportunities to literally be coming out of fucking nowhere. You open your DMs or you open your email or you open your phone and boom, there's an opportunity. You literally thought something the other day, here it is. Like that is how this frequency and energy works in our field. And if that is the energy that you are wanting to play with, especially in the year of the fire horse, then we are going to really encourage you to set your price so that you show up and get the most out of these 3 days. Plus, we're also throwing in a bonus coaching day. So, you know, this is name your price and come get coached. Like, let's activate this frequency inside of you. You know, we are going to be working with energetics like magnetism, abundance, like this reverse aging and vitality, like all of these aspects that contribute to the embodiment of the hot as fuck frequency. And when you put your butt on the line and you're like, you know what, I am worth that. That is actually the life that I want to be living. I do not want to live like a muggle lives. I do not want to be on this conventional track where everything's so predictable and like I feel literally the life force draining out of my body, you know, every single day, and I keep going through the same motions and I fucking hate my life. And so like if you see that trajectory and you're like, that's not why I was put on this planet. I wasn't put on this planet to live in that frequency. I was put on this planet to actually build a new world, to introduce art, to introduce magic, to introduce service, to introduce new systems that create essentially like heaven on earth. Like this is like Christine's like thing, like creating heaven on earth. And so we are interested in collaborating and working with and fostering the energy of women who are committed to that, and they just need a little bit of help to kind of lock it in. And so if that's you, we want to meet you. We want to see you in the event and like actually see you. You know, whether that is like showing up live for the 3 days and the coaching call, or you are getting in the replay and you are like dropping in and letting us know your takeaways and what you're getting from it and how you're applying what we teach every single day. Because listen, we know you might have to work and that's fine, but it still means you get in the room. And this is the difference, I think, between like the hot as fuck frequency and the fucking just baseline going through the motions. Baseline going through the motions sign up for things and they never fucking do them. They never implement them. They never listen to the replay. Versus someone who's really committed to creating that life alive inside of them. They show up, they implement it, they let it work them all the way through. Because they're literally here for something so much bigger than the average human being. And they know it. They've known it since they were a fucking kid. That they have been put on this planet for a very specific reason. And if you know that about yourself and you're ready to foster that energy alive, we are your women. Mm-hmm. So come play, head to the show notes, sign yourself up, register for the event, and then keep your eyes and ears peeled as we play with this hot as fuck frequency and the hot as fuck hotline. And I'm so excited to see how that is going to unfold and open and who we get to meet as a result. Because as a podcast, like we're like, it's like one way. We're just talking to you. We don't know who you are. And so this is an opportunity for us to really get to know you and get to know our audience and get to know, all of the incredible things that you're up to and you're committed to, and having you come play in our world. So if that is your jam, we would love to see you at the event. Stay tuned for future episodes, and we will be back very, very soon. Bye, friends.